free my mind, I wanna know who's got the key to your soul. We're growing fast, it makes you scared. I don't wanna end up sad, begging you to find your weakness while playing minor chords with my tears. We both know well, but no speak of losing our love at all cost.
All right, hello everyone. Welcome to today's podcast. I'm very excited to have the wonderful. Now, this is going to blow your minds. She has two names. She's known as Eliz Baya in the singing world. She's just released a load of phenomenal singles, and actually an album, an EP called New Life. And she's known as Eliz Baya for that. And she's also known as, AKA, Patricia Bajakova. And that is right. And that is the real name. And I think I got that right. And I am very proud of myself.
Yeah, it's all right. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for coming on today. I'm really excited to have you on. I mentioned very briefly there that you brought out lots of, is it 4 singles you've got out currently at the moment?
4. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay, very good. And the EP is called New Life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I've had the privilege of listening to these songs and the EP itself. I love your songs, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, they are they are really, really cool.
Ready for the truth, the end is near. I'm asking, please be clear. You wanna break free, or will you let me? I'm shouting, don't hear me, don't you see? I'm breathless, stay with me. Just don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. You have that power deep within. It makes me jump out of my skin. I believed you, yes I did. Your love is broke, it can be fixed. Begging you to find your weakness while playing minor chords with my tears. We both know well, but not speak of losing our love at all cost. Ready for the truth, the end is near. I'm asking, please be clear. Do you wanna break free, or will you love me? I'm shouting, you don't hear me, don't you see? I'm breathless, stay with me. Just don't lie to me. It makes me lose my mind to gain more strength inside my heart. It takes you pushing me too far to find myself. I know your love is deadly. How'd you make me stand right here, speechless in the corner once again, in silence once again. Ready for the truth, the end is near. I'm asking, please be clear. Do you wanna break free, or will you love me? I'm shouting, you don't hear me, don't you see? I'm breathless, stay with me. Just don't lie to me. Ready for the truth, the end is near. I'm asking, please be clear. Do you wanna break free, or will you love me? I'm shouting, you don't hear me, don't you see? I'm breathless, stay with me. Just don't lie to me. I'm ready. Don't lie to me.
Well, I was playing them. I've played them a few times actually, because sometimes I play music and I'm like, yeah, it's all right. But with your music, and I had the same thing with Felicity as well. I don't know if you saw her one. She was a singer based in Australia. You just like there's something about the song. It's just super catchy, and it's storytelling, and I was totally into it. And you've got a really good voice. It's a really nice voice. But before we get into any of that, where are you? You said you're bored. You're in quarantine. Well, hopefully you'll be slightly more excited after the interview.
Yeah, I will be.
Yeah. So where are you?
I am in London.
Right.
So I traveled back like 3 days ago on Saturday.
Yeah.
3-4 days ago. So right now me and my boyfriend, we are in 10 days of quarantine. So that's why I said I'm a little bit bored. But to be honest, I kind of taught myself for the past year to employ myself and to like always do something and have to-do list for each day. And I think many people are doing it just to keep occupied. So I always come up with something. But currently I'm in London, where I am based. Good.
Okay. Nice. And you're from Slovakia. Have I got that right?
Yes, that's right.
Very good.
Not many people do. Slovenia, Czechoslovakia. I'm like, no, they split 20 years ago. Thank you.
Yeah.
More than 20 years ago. Jesus.
Yeah.
So Slovakia.
Now, okay.
Slovakia it is. Yeah, I'm from there.
But you said, but you're based in London.
London. So I came to
permanently.
England. Yeah. Okay. I came to England 8 years ago.
Yeah.
I went to a little town, Folkestone first, then Canterbury, and then London. So I've been to London for 5 years now. Okay. No, 4, 3.
It's getting less. It's getting less by the second. 5, 4, 3. Soon it'll be no time at all. Good. And so you've been here for some time. Let's go with that. And you trained at the same. Did you train at the same school as Bradley? Bradley Scott, one of our other guests.
I did. Yes, at Drama Studio London. Very proud of that. Yeah. So 2 years course in professional acting. But when I came to England, I came here because I was studying at university. So Canterbury Christchurch University. Okay. Performing arts. Nice. Dancing, acting and singing. So bachelor degree. And then I went to London and I was wandering around thinking, I'm going to be a star. It didn't happen. I was like, oh, actually, I need super good training. So as everyone does anyway, I was a bit naive. So thankfully, I got into drama school and spent a beautiful 2 years there. Nice. So I did. And
was that an enjoyable experience? Bradley spoke very highly of the school. Is it the same for you?
Yeah, definitely. I think we all can agree. Anyone who really went to drama school in London, I think in general, there's not much negative things to say about that. It is really life-changing. It is full-time from morning till evening every day. You are pretty occupied with it. Yeah. So it's a lot of hard work, but very enjoyable. Very enjoyable. Yeah. And it kind of changes you as a person a little bit, not only as an artist, but I don't know, it does weird things with you in a good way. So it was great.
Nice. I like it. And I've actually said this to you earlier, but I'll say it again for our audience, that you are super talented. You are super talented, and I'm very honored to have you on today. You're a brilliant singer, and I can see that you have training in acting as well. You've been to drama school, and when you sing, you're not just singing for the sake of singing. I can really feel that you're performing and performing the words, and it's real and it's authentic, and it's awesome. I strongly recommend everyone to get out there and stream, download, however you go about doing it, but do it.
Please do.
Feel me, love feelings well rolled. I might be going crazy. Should have known better, 'cause now I'm all alone, all alone. Don't forget me ever, I'll always be your home, be your home. We should have known better, 'cause now I'm all alone, all alone. Don't forget me ever, I'll always be your home, be your home.
Yes, exactly. Thank you.
Yeah, it's lovely to have you on. And you're based in the UK at the moment. Let's talk about acting then. Let's start with that. So so you've been to drama school. What inspired you to get into acting in the first place? Why did you? What was the reasoning for that?
Yeah, it's kind of not a boring story, but a bit of a cliche story that
Yeah.
since I was tiny, since I was like 6 years old, I started to take acting lessons. I was in a theatre in my town where I'm from, in Slovakia. Did a couple of voiceovers. So I was in acting, like doing acting since I was small. So and that kind of set it up for me,
Okay.
hopefully for the rest of my life. I never really got bored of it, and I always wanted to do it in English language. So I am from Slovakia, and when I was 19 years old, I came to England. But I love Slovakian language; it's beautiful. But I don't know. Another reason is that it's approachable for millions and millions more people when you speak in English, of course.
Yeah.
But it is also kind of a challenge as it is in a second language, and I love challenges. It's the second thing. But the acting for me, it's just from the bottom of my heart. I think I always wanted to do it since I was small.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Good. And it's something that obviously. So you graduated in what year?
2018.
2018. Okay. So have you worked on any interesting projects during that time? Like since graduation?
I did. I was in a theatre in East London. It was like a kids show.
Yeah.
I did a couple of small bits, but nothing major. To be honest, I am a full-time auditioner, as I like to say, because there are plenty of auditions. It's a full-time auditioner, but in terms of work, that can get pretty difficult. But invisible competition in London is.
It's a tough industry for sure. And I'm sure that that COVID in 2020 probably hasn't helped with that. But you've done pretty amazingly during that transitional period, and we're gonna talk about 2020 and the impact it's had on you. But you have. So the acting thing is something that it's an ongoing quest, and it's something that you want to continue pursuing alongside singing, and explore that avenue as well. Is that correct?
Yeah. So acting has always been kind of the main thing. However, I've been singing since I was small as well. Singing, taking singing classes, etc. But I always thought of acting as a career that I want to pursue, and singing was something on the side that I am very appreciative that I can sing and that I can express myself through something else, not only acting. So I'm very aware of that and I'm very thankful for that. But I never thought about it as I want to be a singer. Not really. My mum always wanted me to do it, but no, I was like always an actor. And then like a couple of years ago, I realized that I should just do my original music, and I should start doing something with that along with acting. It doesn't mean that if I'm going to do something else that I'm not going to be focused on acting.
But also, I mean, the singing industry is a lot to do with performing and acting anyway. Like as you will know, And writing music, and then obviously conveying those words that you've put down on paper, and the music videos that I'm sure you're going to be doing, or may have already filmed. Are you filming a music video currently, or soon to be? Or
I
you've
did
done that?
film a
That's
music
done.
video. Yeah,
Okay.
that's done.
How did that go?
It went well.
Yeah,
it went really well. I kind of created it myself, made it up myself, made up some different challenges for myself, but kind of got it right, hopefully.
Yeah.
And it's going to be for my new single that it's probably going to be out end of April.
Ooh,
I'll have to plan it.
exciting. Yeah, very good.
Yes. So it's going to be like a first ever music video for Eliz Baya.
Okay.
So that's very exciting and frightening at the same time.
Yeah, I'm sure a little bit. Yeah, I'm sure it will be a little bit, but I have a lot of belief that it's going to be really great. So I'm looking forward to that. And the name of the song, do we know the name of the song? Can you give that to us?
Yeah, Keep It a Secret.
Keep it a secret.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I thought you were telling me to keep it a secret for a second there. I was like, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. It's all it's out.
I was like, this is it.
Keep it a secret. I love it.
Don't rush to see my future with you. I'm not scared when you're mad at me. I won't tell a soul how you're addicted to me. You can carry on pretending you're tough. No, I won't tell your mates about those days you cry. No, I won't tell them how you beg me day and night, because all those things make me want you more. I know you like no one else. I trust you more than myself. Don't change now, don't change the way you behave. I'll keep it a secret, I'll keep it a secret. I know you like no one else. I trust you more than myself. Don't change now, don't change the way you behave. I'll keep it a secret, I'll keep it a secret. When you walk out through the doors, I don't run after you, 'cause you will always come back, acting cool, blaming me for what you've done. I adore that you're pretending you're tough. No, I don't make it easy, not for you and I, but I know you won't leave me till the day I die, because all those things make me want you more. Showing yourself off, they go going crazy. Don't be fooling me, you better play it safely. Be the man I know, be the man who begs me sweetly. I know you like no one else. I trust you more than myself. Don't change now, don't change the way you behave. I'll keep it a secret, I'll keep it a secret. I know you like no one else. I trust you more than myself. Don't change now, don't change the way you behave. I'll keep it a secret, I'll keep it a secret.
Good. All right, so that's and that'll be your fifth song. Wow, you're flying, aren't you? I mean, the first one came out in, was it December time, something like
11th of December, yeah, the first one was a single. Then the second one was 15th of January, and then EP was 23rd of February. I only started to come up with my original songs and to write songs and to produce them with the producer that I met in Slovakia during summer. So I only started to do that at summer.
Okay.
So that's why everything is kind of going, like, I put out a single, 1 month later another single, and then we try to do it consistently.
Yeah.
So hopefully we are on the right track. But it's not only me. So I've got a friend, a producer, a musician, very talented guy who is from Slovakia, and we're both creating Eliz Baya.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So.
And he's still based in Slovakia.
Slovakia.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Good.
But nowadays, I can record something here, send it there, whole world.
Yeah. How does that work? Can you talk to us about that for anyone else that might be trying to do something similar, like working with people in different countries and producing, making music and things like that? Yeah, it'd be interesting.
I think now it could be probably weird like a year and a half ago, or it would look like a big hustle. But now, as I said, everyone is operating on working from home.
Yeah.
So I do have my like little interface and a microphone and a little booth that I made for myself at home. And you can record it on different, software. You have to kind of make yourself aware with what is going on in that software. But if you're not producing, if you only have to record, you can do that.
Yeah.
It's like a beginner level. So I record it at home. I take a couple of takes, so he can choose from a couple of takes.
Yeah.
And then I send it over, and then he just does a production of it. So just giving it back and forth, which can be a bit irritating. I think you're going back and forth.
Yeah.
It's different when you're in the same room, and he tells you, or whoever tells you that no, sing it differently. But now you have to wait until he gets to the person and he comes back.
I see.
Or both of us can be, I don't know, on a phone or on a call.
Yeah, I was thinking, he could sort of be in the room, but not like virtually.
We're planning to try that out, but so far it was going back and forth. But,
no, I did something for not singing, but it was a voiceover job, and the director was not in the studio, but he was listening in through a particular piece of software. I can't remember which one it was now, actually, but so he could hear what I was doing, and then immediately he could give me direction like there and then. So I wonder if that might be something that you could do. It might make it easier.
So far I was kind of fortunate. I went home Slovakia for 2 weeks, and I got stuck there during summer for 2.5 months, and the same kind of happened during Christmas. So I was there for a long time, so I used it to record as many songs as possible, so we've got them and we can release them. So we only did it like twice to do that from home recording. But yeah, definitely you can be on a phone or on a call while recording it, rather than going back and forth.
Nice. I love it. All right, so can you talk to us about this is something I'm always interested in, your process for actually writing songs. Like, how does that happen? Because I've tried writing bits of theatre, but I find it's not a painful process, but it doesn't come naturally to me, and I'm amazed by people that can just pluck these words out of the sky and get them down onto paper and make it look so amazingly effortless. I mean, is that the case, or is it quite difficult, and what are your techniques behind that?
It is not an effortless process for me. I can tell you that.
Okay.
I wanted to write like scripts for theatre or film, etc. Something for myself as well, so I don't have to wait for an audition, etc. But I find that way more difficult than writing songs. And I always had a couple of advice that I should just get on with it and don't think about it. So whenever when I went through like an emotional situation or whatever, it would probably be a negative situation, the monologue that I would start to, I look like a crazy person now, but the monologue that I would start to talk to myself in head, I would immediately take phone notes and just write it down as a song, as a lyrics, just to make it rhyme a little bit. And I started to do that. And then I wrote a couple of songs like this when I had different situations. And I vocalized those lyrics later on, which is it can be a bit difficult. I think it can be way easier if I would have chords first and then start to sing and vocalize the lyrics. But I play the piano, but not good.
Okay.
So I don't trust myself with it. So whenever any melody would come out, when I would be talking these words, and the melody would come with the lyrics, I would just record myself again on a phone. So the technique behind it would probably be just writing anything that is bothering you in that moment. And make it rhyme a little bit. But at the same time, there were a couple of songs that I had like not a 1-day deadline, but I got like a background music, and I went to a different room and I started to listen to that music, and I had like I didn't have a deadline of 3 hours, but it took me about an hour to just constantly listen to it and write down the lyrics and whatever I felt, the vibe of that song, whatever I was imagining, I wrote it down, and I managed to write it like within an hour or 2 hours. Wow. But some other songs took me. Sometimes I was writing songs in a car. Like literally, I got home.
Not whilst driving the car, right?
No.
No. Okay, good. Just clear that one up.
Yeah, I parked in front of the house. It was in Slovakia during summer. I parked in front of the house. It was quiet, peaceful and quiet everywhere. You know, it's just dark. And I was like, okay, now I feel it's dark. I can work. I'd rather work at night, write songs at night than during the day.
Why is that? Do you have a reason for that?
No, I don't know. It's I like to write when it's really peaceful and quiet.
Yeah.
I can really hear my thoughts and just, I don't know, just way easier.
Fair enough.
No distractions.
Yeah.
Which is not really good all the time, because if you really need to write something or do something, you should be right. You should be able to do it with distractions. You don't always have the luxury of.
Yeah, but I mean, it makes sense that you need to concentrate and you need to focus on what you're doing. And I know full well, like in my house, I've got 2 young kids, and it's, chaos when they're here. And I simply cannot get anything done when they are in the house. So I will, if they're here, I'm like, right, I'm heading out to the coffee shop for a bit. I'll be back in a while. Obviously, there's someone else looking after them. I don't just leave them by themselves. I get social services on the phone to me now. I said that. But if my wife is here, then I will then say, well, I'm going to pop out for a little bit. I've got some work to do.
Yeah.
I just simply can't. I can't do it. But it totally makes sense that you need that focus time for sure.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it now. I wasn't enjoying it at first, but it's the same as with everything. Just practice.
Yeah. Wow. So you don't, because that's very interesting. So do you play the guitar?
No, but I want to start learning.
Yeah. I mean, because naturally, like piano and guitar, from what I've seen, from a lot of singer-songwriters, they go quite hand in hand. So it's very interesting that you can actually write and make this music just by vocalizing and finding rhythm through that. That is pretty cool.
Or maybe if you hear a song and you really like that melody, and you start to just vocalize it with oohs and ahs, and you change it just a little bit, and it gives a different essence.
Yeah.
Another thing.
I mean, I've seen a few documentaries with other singer-songwriters that, when they go behind the scenes and you get to see how their process, and a lot, they do the vocalizing thing. That is but then they have other people around them that are doing, like, using musical instruments, or they've got beats coming in through a studio, or so they sort of have some sort of aid. But it's impressive that you can do that by and you said you kind of played the piano a bit. Is that something that you would be interested in pursuing?
I would definitely. So during the first lockdown, I sat behind a piano. I have like a keyboard at home, and I started to teach myself again.
Yeah.
When I was like when I was 6 years old until like 14, 15, I have to say I was really good at piano. I was taking lessons and I was really, really into it. And then the teenage years came along, and I was like, no, I'm going to go out. I don't need to play the piano. And it kind of, slowly went away. But the basics, they are somewhere here. Yeah. So it's not like I completely forgot it, but it's slowly coming back when I'm teaching myself. And I really, really want to start to teach myself way more often and just get on it, because it's going to make my life easier with writing songs, or just, when I feel like I just want to sing along with the piano, I can.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. I mean, I'm not a singer anywhere near the standard that you are, but if I do sing, it would be, or if I sing one day, I would love to be able to do that. Just sit down with the piano or a guitar. I think I started learning the guitar
Mm.
when I was, well, very late, but I sadly kind of lost my way with it, but I would like to pick it up again. But the problem with a guitar is when you stop, when you play the guitar, your skin becomes very tough, right?
Yeah,
And
I
then you
know.
stop. And then if you come back to it in like, I don't know, a few months' time, you have to go through that whole pain again of your fingers like splitting in
Yeah.
two and blood coming out. It's like, oh, I remember that feeling. It's horrible. But once you've got it, it's yeah, it's pretty cool.
It can be really useful playing
Yeah.
a guitar once you have it.
Yeah.
Play a couple of chords.
Yeah,
I
for
need to get
sure.
on it.
Get on it, yes. There we go. Your next song's going to have piano and guitar with you playing in
Yeah,
it.
me one-handed this.
You're one of those people. You're going to be like, right, I'm going to go and learn that now properly, and then boom, you'll be done in a month. Right. So let's talk about your influences then. Like if, the making of your music, the singing. What are your influences? Are there? Do you have some Slovakian influences in the music that you make? Would you say, and also other singers that you may be inspired by or may like that may have been influenced your style of singing and performing?
I think the first artist that always comes to my mind is Amy Winehouse.
Yeah.
It's just her voice, her words, just feel she's singing with the color of her voice. Oh my god! So she always comes as first in my mind when I talk about influences, and I love to sing her songs as well. Is another thing. For the current music that I do, it's kind of pop dance music. I would say Zara Larsson or Astrid S. Don't know if you know her.
No.
They're all kind of Scandinavian.
Okay,
so some of them are from Sweden, some of them are from Norway. It is kind of the vibe that we are going with my friend along with the pop dance genre.
Interesting.
Again, nowadays everything is so mixed that sometimes you can't even say exactly what the genre of the song is because everything is just mixed.
So you were influenced by that Scandinavian pop dance style.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. We have a fair few Scandinavian followers on this podcast, so with me being in Sweden. So I'll be interested to know what they think of this, and then after listening to your music. Cool.
It's kind of along the way with how the electronics of it, like synthesizers, etc., all these kind of features of the song that are influenced by Scandinavian pop dance genre. But in terms of the voice and how I sing, I haven't mentioned that I have my jazz band, and I've been singing jazz in a pubs, in a bars, in the restaurants for a good 3 years consistently since I came to London. So my voice kind of changed according to jazz, I think, and I'm very happy for that because I was always kind of singing soprano. And I always want, when you have something and you just want something different, and then you have it and you want something different. So I always
the grass is always greener, I believe the saying is.
Yeah. So when I was always singing soprano and with jazz, my voice kind of went on the lower range into a kind of slightly different color, and I was like, oh, this is it. That's what I like. And coming back to Amy Winehouse, she was starting with jazz firstly, and then she went to pop. So, but there's so many idols and so many in terms of singing, and the range and what I admire has always been, it's gonna be kind of cliche, but Celine Dion.
Okay.
This like really super high or super low just voice coming out of this thin tiny woman.
Yeah,
and I always
her voice is just I remember her from when I was a kid. We used to go on long drives and on holiday with the parents, and a variety of her songs would always be played, and my dad would sing them at the top of his voice, and it was not, I mean, Celine Dion was great, but my dad singing it, not so much. Sorry, Dad.
He's gonna forgive you. And, I don't know, do you know the singer Lara Fabian?
Lara Fabian. No, know, you're putting me to shame on my lack of singer's knowledge.
You don't have to. Like, she's quite older now. But since I was small, I was listening to her again because her voice range and the performance and how she's performing the songs, it's like watching one woman show while singing.
Okay.
She's really, like, I don't know, she's probably in her 60s. I don't know, so she's older now. But I always was inspired by how she was singing, and I love the surprise element when you look at someone, you're like, oh, I guess they're gonna be singing like this, and then this voice comes out. And I love that, and that's what I'm kind of pursuing probably.
Let's talk about life achievements. So ideally 2 things that you're proud of that stand out in your mind that you have achieved since the day you were born. It doesn't. It's a big ask, isn't it?
Nobel Prize.
Yeah. A Nobel Prize. Yeah. So it doesn't have to be work related. It can be just a life experience. You know, you may have eaten a particular food that you've always wanted to try, been to a particular country that you wanted to go to. I don't know, climbed a tree and screamed at the top of your voice, whatever it is, like.
Right.
Yeah, so ideally not work related on this occasion, but people find this question quite tricky to pluck it out of the sky. But
because you always try to achieve something with your career, I guess, right? So
have you traveled? Have you been to any certain countries? Have you?
Yeah, I traveled. Thankfully, my parents were always into going on holidays each year, each summer, into different countries. So I traveled, I don't want to say a lot, but kind of. Well, I would say what I'm kind of proud of is that I managed to save up quite a lot of money during my university.
Wow.
And I paid, not quite a lot of money, what am I saying? Some money. And
I was going to say, let us know your secret, because there are many students around the world that are thinking, how has she done that?
Working hard.
Yeah.
I managed to pay for like 2 weeks of acting course in LA.
Okay.
So after university, I went to LA and paid for the flight tickets and accommodation and this acting course. And I'm probably proud of that. I didn't just do whatever I did with the money, but I kind of used this for a great trip and life experience
that
as well.
Cool. What was the course?
It was 2 weeks in screen acting. TVI acting studios, they are called. There's probably plenty of acting schools in LA, but the TVI acting studios, it was in Sherman Oaks, part of LA. So I was there for about 20 days, and then I went to visit my friend in San Francisco. But those 20 days in LA, they were really, it was good. It was great. And I learned a lot as well from teachers there. And I realized how really, really, really difficult it would be if I would want to. I don't want to say I don't want to pursue a career in LA. Like, who doesn't want to be an actor in LA?
Right.
But I was very idealistic about it until I went there, and I realistically started to ask questions and find out the information of what would I have to do, what would I have to have, and how would I have to be to compete with the amount of people in LA that want to do the same thing. And they kind of opened my eyes, being like, okay, I saw that with my own eyes. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put it completely on it. I'm not going to
you never know. You never know. Someone might spot you and be like,
you never know.
Wow.
Yeah, with everything. But it was cool that I saw it and heard it with my own ears.
The attitude of the American industry, the performance industry, it's just, I found it quite different to the UK. It was just a sort of not cutthroat, but it was just like, if you want it, go and get it and put yourself out there and aggressively, say, I'm here and I can do this and I am the person for you. And to do that in the UK, I think would be a ballsy move unless you are a very well-established performer. I just think there's just a different vibe there. It's just a different way of approaching.
Definitely.
the industry.
And
But I came
not
back
be
from
a
there
part of it.
thinking like, okay, wow, like previously to that, I didn't want to come across, sort of arrogant or cocky or this, that, and the other. So I would be very like, okay, yeah, I would like the job if if you don't mind, if it's not too much trouble. But the bottom line is you've either got it or you haven't. And if you've got the look and you've got the talent and you've got the attitude to work hard, then that job is as good as yours as anyone else's, and you have to go and get it. And that was kind of something that I took away from it. And I took with me when I went out to Hong Kong, and it was very, very beneficial for me. But anyway, not about me. It's not about me. What were we talking about? I completely lost my train of thought.
What I achieved in my life.
Yes, exactly. Yes, so that was yours. So that was saving up money at university and then getting out to the US and training.
Yeah. The second thing would probably be, no, again, it's something to do with singing or something being an artist. But I went to Morocco with the band, with the jazz band. We had opportunity to go to 6 or 7 different cities, towns, places, and we went to schools where they were learning English, and we were doing like a concert for them.
Okay.
So it was like a little tour around Morocco, and that was another great life experience, and I'm very happy that we achieved to go there. And that I saw Morocco.
Yeah, no, Morocco's it's a lovely place.
Every single city was just like something completely different, even like a different language. They speak French and Spanish and the Arabic, etc. So every single city was kind of different to the other, which was great.
Yeah.
And I don't think I would be able to do that myself, to go there for holidays and why would I go to 7 different cities on holidays? Of course not. Probably 2 maximum if I would want to. So to be able to do that and to see different cities in Morocco was great.
I went to the Atlas Mountains. Have you been to the Atlas Mountains in Morocco? No. I went there for my 30th birthday. It was a very, very enjoyable experience. Although we did get nearly stuck at the top of a mountain. We had one day where the weather was very extreme and there was so much snow that we were driving up to our place and actually got stuck in the snow and couldn't really like go anywhere. Like we couldn't go down, we couldn't go up, and we were sort of stuck like halfway up this mountain. And we had, people were called in, like the driver was making calls to his local friends who were like trying to like get up the mountain and help us. It was incredibly dramatic. But we made it out. We made it out. I'm still alive. But it was, other than that, it was a very enjoyable, beautiful place. I really enjoyed. I went to Marrakesh as well. That was quite a different experience, but enjoyable, but in a very different way. But I still, it's very nice. Collaborations. Are you interested in collaborating with other singer-songwriters at some point? Do you have people in mind? Is it something you would consider, or are you playing solo for the rest of your days?
Dua Lipa?
I like it. Well, maybe we can tag her in this episode and see what she says.
You never know.
You never know.
No, I don't have anyone in my mind, like specifically, but I would definitely be open up for collaborations.
Yeah.
No solo for life. Like you can go solo for some time and then you just realize that you need to interact with people and just really to collaborate with people to go further. So I would definitely be open up for collaborations, but no one in mind. It's just this kind of ideal.
Apart from Dua Lipa, which I can't make any promises, but I will try.
Thank you.
She doesn't know me, but she will. That sounded really weird. Anyway, let's move on. Can you talk to us about about the songs, about the releases themselves, what they're about?
Most of all of those songs are about love, I would say.
Yeah.
It's kind of easy to start with writing about love. And not many times, but sometimes during my life, or the stories that I've heard from my friends were about the point of that song is when you just really want to hear the truth, even though you know it's going to hurt a lot. But if you are kind of a bit more realistic, you should hear the truth as soon as possible, so then you can just cope up with it as soon as possible. And that song is kind of about that it really, really hurts, but just don't lie and tell me the truth. And most of those songs, a couple of them, so their song is inspired by some of the situations in my life, but plenty of other stories I use from other people that I listen to, and I use those stories, or maybe I can twist them a little bit, etc., with my imagination. But I just like to use real life situations, as many people do, of course. But so their song would be about that.
Nice. Let's go to our game. I think we should go to our game because we're actually flying on time. We've been chatting for over 45 minutes, Patricia.
What a good chat.
Good old chat. Yeah, exactly. Right. Would you rather is the game. Have you played it before?
I probably did.
Probably have. It was clearly a memorable experience. This is going to be better. Would you rather never be able to leave your own country or never be able to fly in an aeroplane?
Never be able to leave my own country.
Would you rather never have a... My goodness me, what are these questions? I don't know where I found this one. Number 3, would you rather never have a toilet clog on you again or never have the power go out again, i.e. the electrics? I should have warned you, these are very ridiculous questions and not in keeping with anything else we've spoken about.
Second option.
Second option, okay. Would you rather earbuds and headphones never sit right on in your ear or have all music either slightly too quiet or slightly too loud?
First.
Okay. And last but not least, I will put you out of your misery. Would you rather only wear one color each day or have to wear 7 colors each day?
One color.
One color.
I'm that type of person, yeah.
There we go. What is your favorite color? This is not one of the questions, but do you have a favorite color?
Yeah, turquoise.
What is turquoise? Good choice. I think that might be my favorite as well, actually. I love turquoise. Yeah. I once saw a turquoise Porsche when I was on holiday, and I just fell in love with it. It was amazing. I was too young to drive at the time, but otherwise I probably would have driven off with it. I'm in a very strange mood today. I don't know what's going on. I've had too much tea, I think. Anyway, right, we are wrapping up very soon, but before we go, Patricia / Eliz, could we please have your final thoughts for today? Something uplifting and inspiring for our listeners on approaches to life, that sort of thing.
Everything that happens, may it be bad things or good things, just trust that it happens for a reason. They might not show in a day or 2 or a week or a year, but it will show someday.
I love it. Thank you very much for coming on today. I hope you had a good time.
Yeah, I did.
All right. Yeah. Take care. Have a nice evening. And I'll be in touch. Bye now.
Yeah.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Finally, I found the love I came here for. I'm glad that you get me, don't worry about nothing at all. I trust you the way I should. You showed me the way it works. We're soaring up high. We're running far